everybody. Welcome to Generations of Geek, a new gaming podcast with me, Gray, and my good friend, Andy. Hi, Andy. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. So I figured this week we'll probably talk a bit about Gamescom because that happened yesterday at
Yes.
time of recording, and I don't know whether you've watched any of the other stuff that's happened today. So there was the Xbox one this afternoon. I don't know whether you saw that, and then there was the Future Game show, which was less interesting this evening as well. I watched a bit of that, but I got bored. But let's do Gamescom first. What were your initial thoughts? Was there anything there you were excited about?
There's quite a few that I'm excited about actually.
Okay,
Warhammer Dawn of War 4. Finally, I'm looking forward to that.
I knew you'd talk
Uh,
about that.
I love that game. Well, I love the series, but number 3 was terrible. Relic decided it was either Relic or THQ decided that they wanted to change the whole kind of formula of the game and turn it more into kind of like a MOBA, like League of Legends, because that's
Oh,
when they were
okay.
kind of getting really big at that time. So they kind of gutted out all of the base building of the RTS and replaced it with all of like abilities and such.
And this
But
is and it is this is real time strategy set in the Warhammer 40k universe,
yeah,
isn't
so
it?
this one
Yeah.
follows on from the first game by about 100 years.
Okay.
So this one looks like it's going to be back to kind of the usual formula that we were used to with like base building. We've got 4 factions. So far it's the Blood Ravens, Space Marines, Orcs, which will most likely be Bad Moons or Freebooters.
Okay.
Um, the Necrons and the Adeptus Mechanicus, which I'm very excited for.
Awesome, and it's right up your street, isn't it? You like a bit of real time strategy, and
Uh,
it's Warhammer.
I'm only a little bit interested in Warhammer and only
A
like
little,
massively.
yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll
Okay.
probably coerce you into playing that at some point.
Yeah, I'll probably try it. I'll probably try it.
I've got a free copy of Dawn of War 2 if you do want to play that. The
Oh,
anniversary
okay,
edition.
cool. Yeah, I might give that a go. What I did like about it is it said that it had loads of missions, didn't it? It was
Mm-hmm.
like 200 missions or something crazy,
Yep,
something
split
like that.
across the four races as well.
Yeah, yeah. Did sound good. Did sound good. I guess the first one I would mention. So I probably won't play it, but I thought that like little snippet of gameplay from Resident Evil Requiem looked amazing.
That was going to be my number 2.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really excited for Resident Evil. I've heard a few rumors as well. Take it with a nice little pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Apparently, this might be Leon Kennedy's last Resident Evil,
Oh. Okay.
so
Because
he may be in there somewhere.
he's well okay, interesting because it's like set in the aftermath of Raccoon City or whatever it's called being destroyed, isn't it? I think.
Yep.
Um.
So, which kind of puts it quite early on in the timeline, because I'd put it around Resident Evil 2,
Yeah. I think that's probably about
end of
right.
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, they showed a bit more of it on the future games stuff this evening, and they showed that it's got first person and third person perspective. You can just switch between them when you like,
Oh,
and
okay.
you're playing as the young girl from the trailer that we saw at Gamescom yesterday.
Grace Ashcroft, I think it
Yeah, I
was.
don't know. I didn't. That's not the sort of thing my addled old brain remembers. um, but they showed the third person stuff, and as she's walking along, she's like stumbling and tripping over, and they said that she's kind of like a scared character. She's not brave, so she's petrified of everything that's going on around her, which is really different because normally the Resident
Hmm.
Evil lead protagonist is someone who's strong and tough and used to fighting zombies, that kind of thing. Um, so yeah, I thought I won't play it because it looked terrifying, but I did think the game looked really cool. It did look good.
It's another one for my list. Well, since we've done that one, I will skip ahead to my number 3, which would be Silent Hill.
I
F.
thought, yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm really excited for that. One thing I really noticed that kind of stood out to me is every other Silent Hill game has been in kind of like modern kind of
Yeah, this wasn't at all, was it?
yeah, because this usually it's set in like America or
Yeah,
like kind of very urban settings. I think it literally is in America actually. Silent Hills where it's based, but looks like traditional Japan.
it does. Yeah,
It looks incredible, and we've got a new protagonist.
yeah.
There looks to be more kind of I was going to say mythology, but more kind of spiritual aspect to it, because we see like the embodiment of that male presenting spirit that seemed to be communicating with the main character. So that'd be quite interesting to see where that goes.
Yeah, again, I won't play that, but I will
I'm gonna
probably.
have to play these for you.
You are gonna have to play this. But what I might do is watch like someone like Co Carnage stream it because I'm sure he will do. Um, but yeah, I thought it looked really interesting. The trailer for that looked really. They made it look really cool, didn't they? Didn't they?
I'm really excited for it, and it's a departure to what we're used to, which is nice.
Yes. Yeah,
But
it is.
Katie brought up a good point while we were watching it, that it's a great time for them to bring out something new for
You
Silent
should
Hill.
say who
Since
Katie is before you.
Katie is my glorious other half,
Yeah. Okay.
much better other half, um, and she mentioned that it's kind of the perfect time for them to move away from the kind of formula they had built, considering this is probably one of the first major titles without Hideo Kojima.
Yeah. Didn't and it's the first like new game for a while, isn't it? Because the one that came out last year was a remake, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we had number two, which was the remake. The only other previous kind of Kojima one was PT, and that was never
Oh
really came out
yeah, it
as a
never
real
came
game.
out. Never came out, did it? We didn't get it.
So
Yeah. Okay.
good a time
Uh
as any.
yeah. The other one I thought looked amazing. It's the first time I'd really paid proper attention to it was Ghosts of Yotai. I
Mm,
thought so that's a PS5 exclusive, isn't it? It's not or I think it will come to PC eventually, but initially it's PS5 only.
yep,
So this is set in sort of feudal Japan. It's the sequel to what was the previous one called? Ghosts of Tashimi.
Tsushima.
Tashima. Um,
Sashimi is a sushi, and I think
okay,
it was
well,
Ghost
that's
of
a whole
Sushi.
that's a whole different type of game.
Is when we play overcooked.
Yeah. And I played that like the first half of it. It was set over two islands, and I completed the first island, and then for some reason, I probably got distracted by another game. I stopped playing it. But yeah, I thought Ghost of Yotai looked very cool. Female protagonist. I love the setting. The first game was beautiful, but this is gonna blow that out of the water by the looks of it. It looked great.
What did you think to the trailer for Project Spectrum, if you remember it?
I
I'm
did like.
cheating. I've got a list of all the announcements. So.
Yeah, and I wrote that one down because they brought it up. I think in the Xbox one this afternoon, where there was loads of stuff they went through this afternoon on the Xbox one. Remind me what that one was.
The PvPvE, where it's a female character that starts off going into a manor with a team of
Oh yeah,
soldiers, and then it kind of flips it all on its head afterwards.
yeah. So I watched it and streamed myself watching it last night. The Gamescom stuff, and I said when I was streaming that this looks like a sort of Dead by Daylight style game, where sometimes you'll play as the monster if you choose to, and sometimes you'll play as the troops on the ground. That's what it kind of
Yeah,
looked like, but with like the AI controlled enemies as well. So yeah, I thought it looked intriguing.
it reminds me of so how I think they're going to do it. There's two approaches that I'm expecting. Most likely, I'm expecting kind of the Left 4 Dead style, where there's like a certain number of you are
Okay.
survivors and there's a certain number of infected, and you just kind of like tug of war that way. Or the really interesting way I was thinking of starts off isometric like Dead by Daylight, but then like each time you kill somebody, they become the monster side. So it kind of has like a
Oh, so
changing
okay.
incentive.
So it like starts off with like maybe four humans against one monster, and then by the end of it, you got one human left, and everybody else is a monster kind of thing. Okay, that
Yeah,
sounded quite cool. I thought the monster movement looked really cool, like the way it was just like moving through the window and all that sort of stuff.
it's so ethereal and kind of like otherworldly.
Yeah, yeah. Not, I mean, probably not normally my bag, but as a multiplayer game, that would be fun to play. Yeah, it looked cool. I thought. What else
Trying
did I have on? Oh, the other one I had on my list was Kronos New Dawn.
Yes, I was going to bring that up as well.
Now, I mean, having already said I won't play Resident Evil and I won't play Silent Hill, I might play that. I thought that looked so good. I love the
I
premise.
Yeah, I loved the design of the armor that we saw as well, with the kind of
like the
Kind of,
almost like a diver's helmet kind of
yeah, it's
style
like a
thing.
dome kind of diver's helmet, and then you've got like this small kind of triangle kind of
Yeah,
gap, which I thought
yeah.
was really interesting.
So it
I'm
looks like the
interested to see where
premise
that
is
goes.
that humanity. They were on the Future Game Show. They talked a bit more about it, and the idea is that humanity's kind of got wiped out. Or how it started was people started to go blind, and then they started to gather, and then they started to merge and become the kind of like the monsters that we saw in the trailer. And the one thing they said that like their advice to the gamers that are going to play the game was, don't let them merge and pet all the cats. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, I'm probably in, probably in.
As soon as I saw the cat, I was like, I really hope we can pet the cat.
Yeah, so you could definitely pet the cat because you can pet all the cats.
Do you see Delta Force?
Yes, I
Kind of
did see
looks
Delta
like
Force.
Battlefield esque.
Yeah, yeah. Is that free to play as well? Is that the one that's free to play?
I'm not sure. I need to check. I know there was a couple of other military games that I'll bring up.
Yeah, there was a lot of military games, I thought, and a lot of horror games.
Yes, I'm very so Delta Force is free to play
Yeah,
apparently.
that's what I thought. So that might
It's
be worth
actually
us
already
checking
out.
out.
Yeah, it's actually already out on PC. December 2024 it came out. Mixed reviews, interestingly.
Oh, the Black Myth Wukong sequel was. I mean, not
Yes,
we didn't really see anything, but I loved that little trailer they showed for it. It was very cool.
it was very whimsical. I quite liked it
It was,
with
wasn't it?
the two characters.
And the giant tiger.
Mm. As
Yeah,
soon as he came up onto the screen, you could really kind of feel the sort of godlyhood power,
yeah, yeah.
which
That
I find is going to be really interesting if we're going to be playing as him in comparison to obviously Wukong as a mythological character is very powerful, but proportion wise, it was a big difference between. I've not played a lot of Black Myth, but proportion wise, they're very different.
yeah,
He was a
very
lot smaller than a lot of the bosses that you fight,
yeah. We
whereas this
obviously
guy is huge.
we didn't. Well, the one thing I was really disappointed about was that despite them saying it was definitely coming out in 2025, we didn't get a proper trailer for Silksong. Like how how long are they making us wait to just show
We
us a bit
even
more of the
had
game?
it was even the tongue-in-cheek thing in the opening thing that was like one of the number one tips was there won't be any Silk Song. You know there won't be any Silk Song, but you'll still be sat there thinking, what if there's some Silk Song?
It was weird. I thought I was really expecting there to be like at least even if it was just like 30-second little trailer. Instead, we got like a 15-second clip of a tiny little bit of
In
gameplay,
like the background.
and also I thought it seemed like the camera was zoomed in really tight on the character as well. So yeah, that was a shame. I've been desperately looking forward to the Hollow Knight sequel. So I guess we're getting it probably when the Rogue Ally ships. I guess.
That's what I'm expecting. I think they said that it was going to be either launching with or near.
Yes, it's coming. They said it would be not quite, maybe like I think they said launch title for it, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought it was with.
I think so.
What did you think of the cinematic for World of Tanks? And then there was the World of Tanks Heat,
Heat, yeah. So
which
the
I didn't. I said all the way through that this is World of Tanks because me and Katie were talking about it, and then the actual trailer screen just said Heat, and I was like, oh, so I guess there's another, but it is literally just World of Tanks Heat.
yeah, and the first bit wasn't actually because I thought it was a sequel to World of Tanks, but it wasn't, was
Mm.
it? It was just like a 2.0 update, so their biggest ever update. Um, what did I think of the trailer? I mean, you've experienced me playing War Thunder, so you know that my love of those kind of games is not the highest.
So counterpoint, I have a sneaky feeling that World of Tanks might be your kind of thing,
Is it a
and
bit more casual than?
the way I look at the two is I was saying this to Katie as well because she was like, why is there so many like free tank games? For
Yeah,
me personally, World of Tanks is more action and gameplay focused, whereas War Thunder to me, forgive me if you're a World of Tanks fan and you've played this, is more kind of accurate realism. as in
Okay,
like with
that
the way
makes
that they do the
sense.
models. So you
Yeah.
might prefer water tanks because it's more action focused.
Okay. Maybe I'll give it a
I'd
go.
be up to giving it a go with you.
Yeah, maybe I can try it. I'm just gonna have a quick look at my little list from the Xbox one this afternoon. Was there anything I thought
Yeah, we've not seen the Xbox one. I didn't realize there was going to be.
they did a load of stuff around the Rogue Ally, so they
Hmm,
talked about that. They did a big chunk of stuff around Outer Worlds 2, which does look amazing. So I'm definitely playing that in October. And I don't know whether it was an announcement. I don't think I'd seen it before. So a new Super Meat Boy that was in 3D.
yes, they had. That was in
Was that a Game Summer
Game
Games Fest?
Awards.
Game Awards?
The
Summer.
Steam Games Fest. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so yeah, Summer Games Fest. Uh, Indiana Jones DLC, which was also at the Gamescom thing last night.
Yep.
Not played that game, but watching that trailer for the DLC, I was like, I should play that. I should. It's on Game Pass. I should just
I've
get it.
heard it's good. I've heard
Yeah, it's
good
supposed to be
things about
great.
it.
Um,
I heard essentially it was if your PC can run it, it's a very good game. So I
yeah,
don't know if there was like a shaky kind of optimization when it first came out.
yeah. I think there was. I think there was. There was also a bit around people felt yick playing it, so I might struggle. That kind of first person perspective, I sometimes struggle
Mm.
with. What else did they show us? Clockwork Revolution. We got a proper long trailer for that. That's
That one.
been so that is sort of set in the 1800s, kind of Victorian England.
It's very Bioshock.
Yeah, kind of
It's
Bioshock.
kind of Bioshock Infinite esque.
Yes, very much like that. They didn't. There wasn't loads of new stuff. We had another trailer for that. Aphelion, which is another a bit kind of Kronos like, I think. So a crash spaceship, female protagonist, trying to rescue the other person from the ship who you've lost in the crash.
Yes.
But the world is infected by monsters. So another one of those.
The game I'm surprised you didn't mention.
Go on.
Lords of the Fallen 2.
Not played the first one.
Neither have I, but I want to after watching that. I think
Yeah.
it's very. I know the first Lord of the Fallen that came out was terrible, and they kind of remade it. I don't know if it's the same game, but it's another game that was called Lord of the Fallen.
So it came. The first one I feel came out about 18 months or so ago. I watched streamers play it. It's it's Souls like, so I hadn't tried it. But maybe I might give that a go. See how I get on after I
Okay.
finish with Lies of P. So what else was there? Was there anything else that you were interested?
So, as avid MMO gamers ourselves,
Yes.
we had Final Fantasy 14 and the Monster Hunter Wilds crossover.
Crossover. Yeah.
How are you thinking about that? How are you feeling?
I think it's really interesting that so the last time 14 was kind of in the position that it is right now, where people are a bit down on it. The story wasn't well received from the last expansion. Was Stormblood, and during Stormblood, correct me if I'm wrong, was the last time they did a crossover with a Monster Hunter game
Yeah,
where they
Monster
brought
Hunter
in a monster
Worlds.
from Monster Hunter. So that's kind of interesting that the timeline feels like it's like aligning.
Like it's mirrored.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it's quite exciting. It'll be interesting to see what they do. We will have a new monster to fight in 14, which is getting
Ar-
content's never a bad thing.
Ardenveld, I think it's called, from when I
Okay,
played Wilds.
okay.
I hope we get the armor set from Wild
Yeah,
because
well, I
they're
guess we might do.
gorgeous. But on the opposite side, I have friends who play Monster Hunter that are very kind of surprised by Omega because it's not the kind of thing that usually sits in Monster Hunter. It's not the kind of thing they would expect from a Final Fantasy. And I was talking to them about the fact that obviously Omega, historically, from the raids that we had,
Yeah.
has the nautical positioning of
Yes.
like starboard and larboard. So it'll be interesting to see if they implement that into Wilds.
Into Wilds. Yeah. Yeah, that will be. Yeah, that will be interesting.
Another thing I've seen that was quite hilarious. I've seen people complaining that to do the wild side quest in 14, you have to be level 100 and complete the MSQ for Dawn Trail. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I'm so shocked that you have to be at the end game to do the end game content. What were you expecting?
Oh
Oh
god.
no.
I mean, let's not kick off that conversation about 14 and its accessibility to new players, but yeah,
Yeah,
you can't be expecting to pick up an MMO and just be playing level 100 content day one.
right. But if you are watching this or listening to this podcast and you want to know more about the current state of 14, check out Gray's very informative video on Geek TV on
Oh,
YouTube.
I shall link to it in the show notes. There you go. Thank
It
you
was a
for the
very
little
good
plug,
video.
Andy. Uh, and then I guess while we're on the subject of MMOs, there was also a really cool trailer for the new World of Warcraft expansion, Midnight, wasn't there?
Yes. Now this was quite funny because literally 2 days ago, when we met up for the barbecue, and we have friends that came that were WoW players, and I said that I've not. This is the first time I've skipped an expansion in WoW. And then that trailer came out featuring two of my favorite characters from WoW's lore, which is Lorthamar and Liadrin. And now I'm like, well, 14's not very busy. I could maybe go back and play some WoW, get caught up on the story.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't make me think, oh, I should probably reconsider downloading WoW again and seeing if I can catch up. But I did. I did really like the trailer. I think I said when I was streaming last night, if there's one thing that Blizzard still do brilliantly, it's trailers.
Yes. I'm waiting for when we get the Diablo 4 trailer with the next class.
Oh, okay.
It's rumored to be Paladin.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they are very good at that kind of thing. So yeah, it was intriguing, but it didn't make me want to go play it.
It'd be interesting, like, as I've been for ages playing WoW. The thing that I always stopped playing WoW is because I play solo. Be interesting to see because they've got official controller support now, and then they have the one button macros for your whole rotation.
Yeah,
So now I'm kind of thinking, are they going to bring it over to consoles finally? Because now I feel like it'd be at a point where you could play it without
I'm
kind of.
surprised we haven't had an announcement about that happening yet for Xbox. Like I, they're owned by Microsoft. It would make if you're giving it full some controller support, it it makes so much sense to just move it across, right? I'm sure the Series X, the Series S would be able to play it.
Yeah, I
When
think
is
so.
controller support coming? Like full controller support? Is that?
I think it's already in from the start of the current expansion.
Oh,
Um,
that makes it a little bit more interesting for me because I
mm,
struggled with the mouse and keyboard bit.
there is a very popular add-on that most players use instead,
Yes,
which is
but
console port.
yeah, but it was rubbish.
But not if all of your abilities are on one button.
Oh yeah, maybe, but it was more about the left and right stick not really doing what I'd expect them to do normally, or not feeling right. Whereas if they've
Yeah.
implemented proper controller support, that would be a lot
Problem
better.
is, we need them to mimic 14's controller support.
We do because they, if there's one thing 14 have absolutely nailed, it's that.
Yeah.
I mean, they've nailed lots of things. Let's not be unfair to 14, but yeah, the controller piece is very well implemented on 14.
Whilst getting housing now with
Yeah,
the next expansion, which is going to be like instanced neighborhoods and
yeah,
stuff.
rather than what we have on 14.
But looking at some of the kind of um, stuff on the website, it's going to be a much kind of grander scale than what we have currently. Um, which I think housing personally in 14 is well overdue a
An
rework.
update. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Let's go for a quick break and then we'll come back and talk about what we've been playing over the last week. Welcome back, everybody. So, the second half of the podcast, Andy and I are just going to talk about what we are playing this week. And currently, you can see what Andy's playing. Andy, do you want to tell people what that is on screen currently?
So I am currently playing Battlefield 2042 poorly,
Literally, as
um,
you just died.
as I died, as there is currently a event to unlock skins and items in for Battlefield 6 when it comes out.
Okay, and
It's
we got.
definitely gone.
I was gonna say we got to play a bit of Battlefield 6 this
I'm
weekend when I was with
so
you.
excited. I'm so excited for Battlefield 6. I'm
Yeah, it was
as
fun.
Gray unfortunately is aware. I'm a very long-term fan of Battlefield. So
Yeah,
6 is very much a return to form. It's got like the magic of Battlefield 4 and 3 again. So I'm quite looking forward to that.
and when you say that, what do you mean by that? What's the magic of 4 and 3?
So for me, Battlefield has always kind of been I don't want to say realism, but kind of like pseudo realism, but it's more of a tactical team based shooter rather than obviously the more popular quote unquote Call of Duty, which is
Yeah,
more of an action shooter game, or the countless battlegrounds games we've got with like Fortnite. Apex is still alive somehow.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so it's kind of more based on you have to work together as a team, you have to complete your objectives, you have to kind of support your whole team, otherwise you're gonna fail. If you run and gun in Battlefield, you might get some kills, you're probably gonna lose the match though.
yeah. And that, I mean, and that is what happened to me in those early games we played on our Saturday evening because my gut instinct is just to play them like COD. So, and that is just running around a bit mindlessly. Doesn't really matter where you go on the map. Uh, and I get like a pretty decent kill death ratio even now at my decrepit age on Call of Duty. I played a little bit of the last one because it was on Game Pass, and I was doing it. Honestly, I did okay. Battlefield, definitely to start with, I did not do so well. There was one map we played on which was just like I don't know how to describe it, but it was like a sniper fest, right?
Yeah, it's literally already nicknamed as Sniper Hill.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can remember just like taking one headphone off and looking at you and Aiden and going, "Is this fun? Are we having fun right now?" Because it was just like every 10 seconds you just got sniped.
That was unfortunate, but
Yeah,
then it's mainly because we didn't have people kind of counter sniping. There was the magic of obviously beta, nobody knowing really what they're doing.
yeah, yeah. Which was very much me. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it looks like a great game. I mean, it looked amazing.
Looked incredible. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be playing it a lot. Hopefully, I can get Grade to play with me.
I will play it. I will get it. I will definitely get it because I think it's good. It's good streaming content because it's a new game that's coming out. Um, and it did look fun. It did look fun. I just need to get my head around doing as I'm told. I guess like,
So,
which I don't like at the best of times.
what have you been playing, Gray?
So yeah, and it is quite a contrast what I've been playing. And I've been playing lots of games, but the one that I've really loved playing has been Breath of the Wild. So I got my Switch 2, probably about 5 6 weeks ago, and bought Breath of the Wild for the second time. There's another
Mhm.
YouTube video of mine where I compare it with the Wii U
Yeah,
version. If you
make
want to
sure
go
to check it out on Geek
check
has on
that
TV.
out. uh, and God, I had forgotten how good that game is. I'd also forgotten almost everything about it. In terms of like story, how to get to the divine beasts, all of that stuff. I'd completely forgotten where everything was on the map. So it's been really, really fun to just go explore. It's such a wonderful game. That kind of emergent gameplay that it has, where you
Hmm.
just turn a corner and there's a Korok seed to go find. Suddenly there's a little puzzle on the map that you didn't know was around the corner, and they're just everywhere. Those like literally everywhere. There's 900 of them in the game. It's crazy. And then the
And
shrines are just a delight.
I
The
should make it known to the listeners as well that Gray loves looking for Korok seeds. He always tells me he's really excited by finding 999 Korok
I mean,
seeds.
I'm not going to go after all 900. The first time I played it on the Wii U, I think I got to like 300, so I had a fair few. I think I might have maxed the inventory maybe on a couple of things. But yeah, it's been really fun to play it. And I've played all of it on stream, so my whole playthrough is available on YouTube and Twitch. No, I shouldn't say Twitch because the whole playthrough will not always be on Twitch, but it will always be on YouTube. Um, so yeah, I've had loads of fun playing that, and I will once I've done it, I will make a new start on Tears of the Kingdom. That's the plan.
I'm looking forward to seeing how you get on with that.
Have you played Breath of the Wild?
hmm So I played Breath of the Wild on Switch.
Yeah,
Didn't get very far. We talked about this. I think I got to the second
Divine Beast.
Divine Beast, and I don't know what it was. Something else came out. I went to play something else, and then in a string of something else's came out to the point of I don't remember where I was up to. So
Yeah,
I'm planning to get a Switch 2 at some point. So I will probably play on the Switch 2 and kind of restart fresh and
yeah,
just kind of re-experience it this way.
yeah. And for those that don't know me, which is going to be most of the people listening probably, frames per second are quite important to me. So
60 frames or nothing, guys. 60 frames or nothing. I'm not even kidding.
yeah, so because it runs so well on the Switch 2, it just looks brilliant. It looks so great. So yeah, I've loved going back to Breath of the Wild. It's been really fun. It's been really fun. But you know, I'm notoriously bad for finishing video games, like you are. Um,
I'm not bad anymore. I've got better.
I mean, I am planning to try to get better. So I'm currently trying to get Cyberpunk done on stream as well, and then
Yeah,
I'm literally going to have like backlog Fridays. That's what I'm calling them. Uh, so yeah, Cyberpunk is first up, and then I'm going to go get Baldur's Gate 3 finished. That's the plan.
you need to play Pokemon as well now. You've got it on Switch too.
Yeah, I didn't love that game.
I can't wait until we can play Mario Kart together and like just play in some Nintendo good times.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. That'd be really fun. We could stick that up on here live.
That'd be fun to have on there.
Yeah. Right. We should call it there. Guys, thanks so much for listening. We really appreciate it. And we will see you same time next week. Bye for now.
See you later.
Hi everyone, it's Gray here just to say we won't see you next week because we're a fortnightly podcast, so we'll see you in 2 weeks' time, first week of September.